Hey guys, welcome to the course. So before we start looking into Hyperledger projects and how to work with Hyperledger Composer, let's understand the concept of distributed ledger technology. Distributed ledger technology have been used in accounting in ancient history where people used to keep the records of transactions of items or entities which are being traded across each other. Distributed ledger technologies became a game changer back in 2009 with the commencement of Bitcoin. Bitcoin introduced us a peer to peer based distributed ledger technology which can be utilized to disrupt multiple markets. So, what is distributed ledger technology? If we want to define distributed ledger technology in simple terms, we can say it is a database that is spread across multiple computers in the world. The primary aim of distributed ledger technology is to reduce the risk of central storage, which we can see in different organization and government structures. Distributed ledger technology is an umbrella term to describe any system that is distributed across multiple sites. Distributed technology holds different types of services like blockchain, tempo, or DAG. Blockchain is the one where distributed ledger technology came into the limelight. You always need to notice one point that all blockchains are distributed ledger technologies, but all distributed ledger technologies are not blockchain. It's more of synonymous to Google and search engine, where Google is a specific type of search engine. Similarly, blockchain is a specific type of distributed ledger technology. Radix, Kota, and IoT are also some other different implementations of DLTs, and all these are not part of blockchain. Now let's look at some of the benefits of distributed ledger technology over the traditional technology. So distributed ledger technologies have the potential to speed up the transactions because they remove the central authority or middleman. Apart from that, distributed ledger technologies also have the potential to reduce the cost of transactions too, as fees taken by the middleman is removed from the process. Distributed ledger technology is much more secure than the traditional technology because each node of the network holds the records, thereby creating a system that is more difficult to manipulate or successfully attack compared to the central technology. Distributed ledger is a much more transparent way of handling records because the information is shared between different nodes and is witnessed across a network, reducing the cyber attacks on top of the system. So these are some of the important key benefits of distributed ledger technologies. Now let's see how these key benefits affect the businesses across the world. Distributed ledger technologies create a permanent, decentralized, global, trustless ledger of records. One of the primary examples of disruption created by distributed ledger technology is the cryptocurrency. Whenever a new cryptocurrency is created, the cryptocurrency is not their product. It's more of like a market for distributed ledger technology. They are creating a new economic system where the tokens are the units of exchange and the distributed ledger technology dictates the rules and incentives of each participant in their economic system. They are developing the rules of a new game that anyone can participate in. This kind of market enables and fosters new types of collaborations and also allows for the participation of previously uninvolved parties. To dig deeper for such effects of distributed ledger technology, we can divide the whole business processes into three major components: transforming internal processes and operations, transforming business models, and new opportunities. Now let's look at each of the three components step by step. So the first one, transforming internal processes. This one looks into the benefit potential along with the internal processes and interaction within the business value network. The major driving force for transforming internal processes is first one, the payments. Distributed payments cuts out the middleman and their additional charges. Moreover, they also reduce the administrative cost. For example, if you are doing a clearing settlements of import and export using smart contracts, there you can remove the middleman and also reduce the fees carried out by the middleman. The second one is asset tracking. Distributed ledger technologies can permanently store the audit trail of data. Therefore, it can reduce the cost for maintaining separate audit trails. For example, if you are doing tracking for the ownership of goods in a supply chain, there you can maintain the audit trails. Even Walmart is doing such a system at their end. The third one is data sharing. This one is a major driving force because we require exchange of data without any cost of running third-party services. We also need to maintain the security and integrity of data. For example, if we do a KYC of public records over distributed ledger technology. And the fourth driving force is the identity management, where we require to reduce the redundancy in storing user control identities. We also require to reduce the cost of doing same process multiple times. An example could be that if we run a background checks or academic credentials verification process using distributed ledger technologies. The second type of transformation which can happen using distributed ledger technologies is transforming business models. Distributed ledger technology is enabling value potential in new types of customer interaction and ways to innovate business models. Some of the sectors where this is effective is the customer engagements. If we create an economy with the integrated incentives for the participants, then customer engagements will be much more higher than the traditional technology. Example, if you do a loyalty based program where the incentives are the cryptocurrencies which is contributed on top of the platforms. The second one is microtransactions. Current processes only allow customers to do the full transactions. They cannot go and buy a micro property or pay for what is actually consumed at their end. This could be realized for an example if we create a monetized content collect license fee with charges as per the content consumed by the consumers. The third type of innovation is creating the new markets. Creating the new markets could be related to provisioning assets on top of blockchain, which can be related to the real assets in the physical world. These could be previously liquidated assets such as unused production capacities or as a secondary markets for raw ingredient parts, goods or other services. The third type of innovation provided by distributed ledger technologies is related to new opportunities. Distributed ledger technologies might create new opportunities which are neither part of the core value chain nor the core business models. These could be something like funding, where we have seen the ICO rush of 2017, which made the cryptocurrency offerings an acceptable means of funding for early stage startups. A similar development can be anticipated for larger companies using security token offerings as a means of capital acquisitions. Apart from that, it could be related to access to data. Token economies can create marketplaces where the right incentives will allow for creation and exchange of personal data and data from privately owned devices. Another one could be crowd collaboration, where mechanisms of a token economy to provide incentives based on actions and behaviors can lead to collaboration beyond the boundaries of an organization. For example, you can do a payments for liquid workforce or platform for a task management. The fourth one could be self-governed organizations, where we can use distributed ledger technologies to perform virtual organizations without any employees running the actual offices. These are also called as decentralized autonomous organizations or DAOs. Now, apart from the innovations and transformations brought in by distributed ledger technology, these also pose threats for today's businesses as well. As per the WEF analysis, digital disruption has already pushed more than half of Fortune 500 companies out of businesses since 2000. And adoption of DLT is likely to aggravate this trend. This will also possess more pressure on each firm through competition to leverage the benefits and deliver better and faster products. Moreover, certain businesses will face the risk of being the middleman that is being cut out because of the distributed ledger technologies. Similarly, certain parts of a business or the complete business models are at risk of being decentralized, where token economies might take over market shares. Finally, this will also create an innovator's dilemma, where they need to understand whether they should change their existing products or not. So in a way, we are saying that distributed ledger technologies is, although providing the processes, transformation and innovations for the traditional businesses, but it might also pose threats for certain other businesses which are working under a centralized structure. Distributed ledger technology is an enabler for a new, initially inferior offerings within an industry that will slowly take over the market while it changes. So that was about some of the key points for distributed ledger technologies. In the next lecture, we are going to learn about transactions, cryptography, and smart contracts that forms the important base for the distributed ledger technologies. If you have any queries, feel free to contact us at info@v2blocks.com. Thank you.